Howdy, folks. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to my YouTube page, Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here, kind of cool, about 70 degrees, and getting ready to take the dog for his morning walk around the world. Thought I would take a few minutes out to talk to you guys about the subject today: when one percenters get into wars with one another, 10 things 99 percenters should know. So, this is Black Dragon Biker TV for all of you all who are just tuning in. We do motorcycle club videos and anything about motorcycle clubs, motorcycle club protocol, anything like that. We do those videos. So, if you like the content we have, please be sure to like and share it, as well as hit the follow button and the subscribe button. And we absolutely appreciate you. You can get us on Black Dragon Biker TV, Instagram TV, Black Dragon Biker TV, Facebook, and here on YouTube. We're trying to build up our Instagram following to 10,000. We're about 2,400 right now. So we'd love it if you go over to Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram and give us a like and a follow. Absolutely appreciate that. So being in a motorcycle club is really cool. It's very wonderful for the most part. Um, and it's just a pretty good experience generally. But there's always the big dinosaur in the room, the bear in the room, the bull in the china closet, that we used to really not see them at all. But as the motorcycle club set has changed, depending on which set you're on, the black set, the white set, whatever, as the motorcycle club set has changed, a lot of things that didn't used to happen do happen now. And one of those things is we see a heck of a lot more one percenters than we ever really did before. And that can be a good thing for the most part. They come in and they're buying beers and stuff and helping to keep the party going, supporting the club set. Everything is fine. And, gives you a few more dollars in your pocket, this, that, and the other. But from time to time, these guys will go at it with one another. They will get into wars between one another, and that can throw the whole motorcycle set off. And it can be dangerous for everyone uh, during that time. And it happens a lot. Uh, it happens a whole lot uh, if you've been in it a while. Like every couple years, you'll see some of them get into this thing. So there's 10 things you want to know. Somebody says, what role does a support chapter play in that scenario, especially if they demand you wear the support patch along with their colors? So support clubs, I'm not talking about support clubs in this scenario, um, because there's a whole different set of rules you guys go by. Um, but we'll get to something like that maybe a little bit later when I do the question and answer. But that's absolutely, depending on what kind of support club you are, that is definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Ro? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So when one percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99 percenters do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number one: stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So as a 99 percenter motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels. So there's no shame in that. These guys know very well what they're getting themselves into, and you and your members not necessarily. So there's no shame in that. And you want to be very much a club that's in its own business when this kind of thing is going on. Number two, that being said, uh, a no colors on the set policy can keep your folks safe. So let's say you know something's going down, the set is hot, there's nothing but trouble on the set, people are going to be moving and shaking, doing things, the one percenters going to be out after each other, anything like that. It's okay to take your people off the set. And we don't want our colors on the set this weekend. Uh, we don't want to see you guys at any of the hangouts. It's going to be hot. It's going to be dangerous. So we want you guys to just chill out. And the sergeant at arms is very capable of making that call. That's really his job. But sometimes the president has to get with the sergeant at arms and make that call. But it's okay to take your people off the set for a while. Keep everybody at the clubhouse and shut the clubhouse down. Nobody comes in. We're not open to the public till some of this stuff cools down. Number three, I've seen this one a lot of times. Don't try to play referee. Uh, Getting in the way in one percenter business is a good way to find yourself in the middle of something that you really did not know that you were in the middle of. You got everybody running around and they've got a strong club and it's a stronger club than you got. It's a good way sometimes you can become the victim. You can easily become the target because you're playing in an atmosphere that you don't belong in. You're not a referee unless they all came to you and said they wanted you to referee, which is not going to happen often. So don't interject yourself or your club. You're not volunteering information. Get in your lane and stay there. Okay, does that make sense? Um, you're not trying to be involved in that business. It's a tricky business, and if you're not experienced in it, stay the hell out of it. Next thing, stay off of social media. Cops watch social media, and so do motorcycle clubs. Um, I saw one time when somebody wrote on social media, "Did you see that such and such got murdered?" Like, you don't know if somebody got murdered, if it was self-defense. You weren't there, or if you were there, you absolutely, that's not something you want to be putting on social media. Cops watch social media, clubs watch social media, so you can wind up getting your club in the middle of some BS, uh, and it just from running your mouth. If you're not a person that is supposed to be speaking, uh, shut up. Don't get on these social media platforms with what you thought you saw. It's a good way to wind up sitting in a court as a witness for the government, and that's not something that you ever plan to do. So keep in mind that uh, the cops are watching that. Clubs are watching that. Word gets out. It's like running your mouth in a bar about a club, not understanding that the person that's not wearing colors is actually the old lady of somebody in the club you're talking about. It can get really, really nasty really quick. So stay off social media. Keep your mouth shut about what you thought you heard or what you might have seen. Number five, you're not a spokesman for the motorcycle club set. So keep off of media, keep off television, keep off of interviews. Somebody sticking a microphone to your face that about something that's going on the set. The set is a closed place that's not for people who aren't on the set. So you don't have any information to give to the media, and unless you want to be in some sort of situation where folks are asking you what the hell you thought you were doing talking to the media. If you're not a spokesman for your motorcycle club and you got your colors on and stuff like that, if you're not the president, if you're not someone who's been given permission to speak, you ain't supposed to be talking to the media. No way. So keep your mouth shut. Somebody said, "Love you, brother." Are they talking to me? Love you too. Keep your mouth shut. Stay off of interviews. Stay off of the media. You want to bring your profile down and your club's profile down real low until the set's not hot anymore. That's how you're supposed to do that. Number 6, stay off chats. Chats can be tricky. Here's what's tricky about chats. You're on the chat and you're talking to your club brothers about what you thought you saw, what you did see, and you're naming names. Man, you should have seen it. Nasty Dog shot at Two Pete's, and Two Pete's grabbed one gun and stabbed him in the and you're saying all this in a chat, and you're on the WhatsApp chat, and the WhatsApp chat is supposed to be confidential in the fact that they say that the cops don't have a way to go in there and see what you're typing. So let's say that it's actually a secure chat. But the funny thing about typing stuff is you get some idiot in your club who screenshots what you type. He just swipes his hand across it and screenshots what you type. And there's your name, there's who you are, and you got that right there. And then he sends it to somebody. Who sends it to somebody? Who sends it to somebody? Who sends it to somebody that ain't in your club? Who sends it to somebody, to somebody, to somebody? And now you're facing this situation where you've named names, you've named clubs, you've named individuals, and you have just snitched the whole thing out in big writing for everybody to see. Black Dragon, blah, blah. And the way you guys do it, you like to name your clubs in your screen names. Black Dragon, Black Sabbath. You guys like to do that. So you're not typing shit in chats about what you saw, about what went down. None of that. If you're going to talk to a club brother, you talk to him face to face. And you get in a habit of not saying names. You know, one of the big things about motorcycle clubs is you don't name drop. We don't do that. We don't name drop. So don't do that. Don't type nothing in a chat. Nothing that you don't want screenshotted and shown to the world. Listen, a lot of you guys have cops in your clubs and you don't even know it. A lot of you guys, 99% clubs, are easy to infiltrate. They'll infiltrate you because they're trying to get information on those guys. And they just sit back and pull in everything you're talking about, which is bad for you when you got to go sit in a courtroom somewhere against your will with your family at risk based on you typing stuff in a chat. That being said as well, stay off of these things. Now, the NSA already told us several years ago, every chat, every text, every piece of data that comes off a phone is in an NSA database somewhere. Now, whether or not they search it for what you wrote or their particular reason for it, we don't know. But there's a possibility that anything you put in here or say on here can be copied and presented to someone. So when you see something that goes down on the set, or you see some particular thing happened or whatever, this is not this is not the place to be on this thing. These things are amazing. This is a better computer than what they used to land the lunar lander on the moon. Okay? This is the information, this thing, but it knows where you are, what you're talking about, where you've been, what locations, what cell phone towers you're pinging off of. Stay off of these. Put these things down, okay? And understand you're in the adult world here. So when you have things going on that are big on the set, you're not in chats and you're not on these things. You're talking in very generic terms, if you're talking at all. Very generic terms. You're not saying club names. Somebody called it the mini snitch box. Ironhead called this the mini snitch box. I like that. I don't know how mini it is. It's pretty damn big, in terms of what it can do. So this is something you need to think about um, being off of. So you're not on telephones, you're not on chats. So number 8, uh, oh yeah, uh, don't be overly familiar or overly friendly with any side. You know, when those guys get to warring with each other, uh, thank you for that. Keep it real, my brother. I'm not a biker, just accused of being one for my ink from a retired loser in Hawaii on Social Security. Nobody's a loser, bro. If you're retired and you made it to that age, we love you. So it's good to see you out there in Hawaii. Thanks for tuning in. So the you're not trying to be overly friendly with the clubs at that time. Be like Switzerland. You don't have a support patch on. Sit your ass down and be quiet. Okay. You're not running over to these guys' clubhouse when they got big issues like that. You're gonna stay in your clubhouse. Uh, these guys seeing you over there fraternizing with them may get the wrong opinion. You become the target because you're an easy target. You're a much easier target than those folks over there that are a hard target. So, in the military, everybody likes soft targets. So don't become one. Does that make sense? Don't become a soft target by exposing yourself in your club. And if you've got a good relationship with 1%er clubs, they'll call you up. Hey, man, we got an issue. Don't come over here. We don't want you involved in that. We love you. Uh, we got stuff we got to handle. Stay away from this side of town for a while. We don't want other people to get the wrong idea. If you got good relationships, those are the calls you'll get. You'll actually get those calls. You'll get those calls from all sides. Hey, man, we know y'all aren't in this shit, and so we know you're not doing this, blah blah blah. So don't come by the clubhouse for a while. We're closing the doors. We don't need any civilians here. And that is what happens when you have good relationships. When you don't have good relationships, you don't get those calls, but you should have good common sense to let you know, oh, they got some stuff going on. We don't need to be over there. Number 9, don't be nosy. So if you talk to your friends and you want to call your friend up that's over there in one of those clubs that's having issues, call your friend up and ask him how his day is. Call your friend up and ask him how his motorcycle's running. Call your friend up and ask him the things that you guys normally talk about. What you don't ask him about is his club business, especially if he's on the 1%er side and you're on the 99%er side. First of all, it's business you really don't want to be involved in. You don't want to know about it. And and he's not going to tell you about it. But what you might wind up doing is you might wind up insulting him because you're supposed to know better. So when you're in a club, stay in your business. Stay in your lane. If you've got friends on the other side, then be friends with them. But damn it, stay out their business. Don't be nosy. Man, what did you guys do? What happened? Don't be doing that on the phone. If one of those guys are new too. They got new booties over there too. New booties that don't know a damn thing. They got them like we do. So if you talk to one and he tells you something he shouldn't tell you, he's put his own club at risk. And you shouldn't do that to your buddy. That's a buddy over there. If that's a buddy, don't do that to your buddy. If that's a club you hang out with, don't put them in a position where they're yapping on the phone. Matter of fact, if one of them calls you up and wants to yap, because people talk about club business even when they're not supposed to. One of them calls you up and wants to yap, you shut him down. Hey, man, you know you're not supposed to be talking about that. Hell, I'm a 99%er and I know better than that. Don't talk about that. And what you show is that you have love and concern and care and for respect for this culture and what we do in it, rather than you get to whet your appetite for gossip and the latest tea. There's some tea you don't want to sip. There's some tea you're better off without. And it also protects their club for you to mind your business. That's how you be a good brother on the motorcycle set. This is a grown-up world that's mostly fun, mostly really cool, but it's like having a house in a neighborhood that gets broken into. Just because you're in a gated community doesn't mean that there's not going to be any issues in it. Funny you say that. I had to say shut up to a brother the other night. Yeah, and it's okay. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, hell, Black Dragon, shit, man, thank you. I really appreciate you. I don't know what got into me. A brain fart. I'm just running my mouth. Yeah, bro, well, I got your back. Don't do that. So, keep to your business. These guys have real issues going on, and some of them may wind up getting hurt or leaving this earth forever. That's how real it gets over there. And you want them, you're a 99, you want them to be in that. That's what they signed up for. That's the life they understand. They're good with it. That's cool by them. They get the call when they start up. They get the conversation. I remember one of my bros told me when he was prospecting over on that side. He said his sponsor told him, "Hey, listen, I can only promise you two things: jail and an early grave. Anything else is gravy. You got that?" Hell no, I don't got that. I'm out of here. So that's the difference. You know what they know what they're in for. And so you may not be in for that, so you need to stay your behind out of it. Fair? Is that fair? And then number 10, remember, law enforcement watches the set. They watch the set and what we do on it. And they know that 99s have a close proximity to the DOMs. They know that 99s have a close proximity, and so if they can't directly see them, they'll look at you. They look at your movement to figure out theirs. We're very close in how we operate. We have the same kinds of protocols, the same kinds of communication, the same kinds of setups, and so our groups mix very well, very easily together. So if you don't want to be caught up in that, you don't want to be caught up on any side, on any of the sides. You don't want to be caught up on the law enforcement side. You don't want to be caught up on Club A side. You don't want to be caught up on Club B side. You just really want to do your thing. Somebody said, think about the three monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. And I like that. That's a absolutely good representation. So I just wanted to go through that this morning. It came to me, some things were happening, and I heard a guy just running off at the mouth. I was like, whoa, let me put out a video that is really a video that I wanted to use to instruct you to not run off at the mouth so much. In fact, not at all. When things are tough on the set, they're tough. And you as a 99, you're not in this. You don't have a dog in the hunt. So don't be trying to mediate. You're not a mediator. Don't be trying to speak. Don't be trying to explain. Don't be trying to put your 2 cents worth in. This is one of those times where you don't want to put your 2 cents in the comment section below. You just want to let it slide. Keep your people safe. Keep your people out of harm's way, and let the big guys handle the big guy business. And how that goes with them is perfectly okay with them. All right? If no love is given, no love will be lost. Understand and be understood. Know the rules and stay in your lane. Boy, I think I could have said the whole video in that. All right, listen, we've got gear at blackdragonsgear.com, and you'll be able to get this video. It'll be playable on the Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, my podcast. You'll be able to get it over there tomorrow if you want to play this in your car while you're driving down the road or something like that. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, any place that you get your podcast. Also, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on Instagram. Please go over to Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram. Stop what you're doing right now and go over there if you don't mind, and check us out over there and like us. Somebody says, Carlos Butler says, great timing on this video. Wish it had come out 2 weeks ago. We heard about, see, here we go. Yeah, so if you guys are reading that, that's the kind of thing that I don't want. And I would say that would be and you know what, and it was very a mundane comment. Now remember what I told you, how you want to stay really mundane. So he said, we heard what happened down in Georgia. That was very mundane. To me, it kind of goes up to the line or something like that. But it was very mundane. So if you were going to write something, you stay mundane. You stay really in the stratosphere. But for me, that was even too much, especially with things that a lot of times people think when I'm doing videos, I'm talking about stuff that's close, and I never try to do that. I always just try to keep it pretty mundane with things that are going on. But these are always tricky situations. So I like to just try to keep that. And somebody will say, well, Black Dragon, you talk about it. Well, I do a news show. And when I do a news show, I'm talking about things that are in the news on news channels that everybody can see and everybody can get. I know a hell of a lot more, a lot of times, than I will ever choose to talk about on a news broadcast or something like that. I still maintain my respect for the biker set, and I'm not trying to harm folks. My biggest thing is I would rather put out a story that is fair to all sides than these media stories that really are bikers and really destroy our credibility. That's what, you know, I'm working towards. But absolutely, these are things that I think you guys should consider. We got gear at blackdragonsgear.com. BikerLiberty.com is our online news magazine. Love it if you guys would get over there to BikerLiberty.com. We also would love it if you guys would check out our stores. We got a store here on YouTube, store on Facebook. If you guys would check out our stores and get our gear, it would really appreciate that. Black Dragon Biker TV on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram TV. That's where we are. I think I told you everything. We got new stuff coming. I just can't wait till you guys see our new program, our new lineup. We're going to be doing a radio program over there with Hollywood. Man, we just got so much cool things going. So, man, 80 of you guys on here. I've only got 28 likes. Please give this thing some likes. I'd absolutely appreciate it. And I don't think I really had any questions. Stop it, Dawn. I don't think I had any questions. So we're getting ready to get out of here. Huh. Yeah. Carlos, I appreciate you. Thank you for your donation. And I think that's it. All right, folks. Yeah, I think that's it. What's up, Sven, over there in the Black Forest in Germany? We appreciate you and love you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to our channel and for being such a good friend to the channel. I hope Kareen's new horse is doing good and that she's very happy with her new horse. What's his name? Thor? Something like that. Some sort of great God name. Braveheart wants to drive, absolutely. Okay, that's it. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love your so that we can get skinny. Well, he's already skinny, but I'm trying to get there. You guys, thank you. Love you. Have a great day.